Joining us now is Brittney Hopper, independent journalist. Brittney, it is great to see you again. Let's start with Jasmine Crockett. She's launched a last-minute campaign for the US Senate, announcing her campaign in a speech to supporters in Dallas, vowing to stand up against Donald Trump. And this is the ad that she's going with.
How about this new one they have, their new star, Crockett? How about her? She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. Crockett. Oh, man, oh, man. She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
Brittney, unfortunately for Jasmine Crockett, this is going viral for all the wrong reasons. Plenty of people are sharing this, saying, I agree with every word of that advertisement. Can I get your reaction?
So look, she's a former civil rights attorney. I'm not sure about the score of her IQ. However, this campaign, what she put out, was not very smart. It's quite hilarious, and it seems to be working against her, not for her. You know, this is a woman who has far left ideologies. Her goal is to turn Texas blue, which in my opinion, I highly doubt she's going to be able to. But, you know, she and Trump, Trump's kind of made her known. And so without Trump, the catch of this whole thing is that, like, without Trump, she really wouldn't even be this known. But it's kind of, you know, grab your popcorn and watch the two of them go at it. The things that he says, once again, true or false, is just hilarious. And so, yeah, but this campaign is not it. It's not working for her.
And isn't it concerning that this is the star of the Democratic Party? I mean, apart from Donald Trump that you mentioned, you've also got outlets like CNN and MSNBC that are really making Jasmine Crockett known. Last year on the Katie Phang show on MSNBC, Jasmine Crockett and Katie Phang were in tears about how much they were going to miss one another. And here's CNN's Dana Bash just talking up Jasmine Crockett's star power.
Jasmine Crockett is running for Senate in Texas, and you want to know how much star power she has? Well, the guy who was the front runner in the Democratic primary race for this seat in Texas, he dropped out because of this.
Brittney, CNN calling Jasmine Crockett a big star. I mean, who could have seen that coming?
So listen, okay, this is what I think. I mean, because I was on the news, the media for almost 2 decades here in the United States, and when you have a certain narrative and you continuously say that narrative and you tell the people that narrative, they are going to believe it. So they're all in cahoots here, mainstream media. Let's make her the star. She's the face of the Democratic Party. She's an absolute joke. And this is what we keep saying about the Democratic Party. It's not what we used to know of it. It's been hijacked by the far left. And the far left loony bins, I should add. So, and she's part of it. So we'll just see. I mean, sadly, she is the face, but that's the face. That's what they're using. She has a beautiful face, don't get me wrong, but her ideologies are so whack out there that I just can't imagine her changing Texas and then in the future possibly changing our country.
As you say, get the popcorn out. We'll be watching this closely. Now, as we look towards the midterm elections next year, we're going to be seeing more of Donald Trump out on the campaign trail. White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles says that Trump will be out campaigning like it's 2024 to fight to keep the majority in both the House and Senate next year. Let's take a listen.
He's going to have a fun next year, but we're going to put him on the campaign trail too. Typically, just a little bit of campaign speak, if I may.
Yeah.
Typically, in the midterms, it's not about who's sitting at the White House. It's you localize the election,
right,
and you keep the federal officials out of it. We're actually going to turn that on its head.
Good.
And put him on the ballot, because so many of those low propensity voters are Trump voters.
Yes, they are.
And we saw a week ago Tuesday what happens when he's not on the ballot and not active. So I haven't quite broken it to him yet, but he's going to campaign like it's 2024 again.
Oh. Brittney, as we know, there is no one who campaigns like Donald Trump. I mean, last year we saw him working at McDonald's. We saw him driving a garbage truck. It was incredible. What can we expect next year, and how crucial is it for Republicans that he does get out there?
Oh, it is so crucial. And I think that Trump knows how crucial it is. We've heard him time and time again say that our country's in a crossroads right now. It's either going to go one way, the dark side, the way that we're seeing what has happened in your country, in the UK, in Europe, in Canada, or it's going to go the other way, and we can actually have this country survive. So we're in the middle of this is a crucial time, and he knows that. I don't know anyone who loves this country more than him. So I really do predict that he is going to campaign as if he's campaigning for a third run.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm looking forward to seeing it as well, because he always brings the entertainment, of course. Now let's talk about what's happening in Florida. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is designating the Muslim Brotherhood and the Council on American Islamic Relations as foreign terrorist organisations. It follows similar action taken by Texas, and Ron DeSantis posted on X, this is happening effective immediately. He said that Florida agencies are hereby directed to undertake all lawful measures to prevent unlawful activities by these organisations, including denying privileges or resources to anyone providing material support. Brittney, I mean, what is the reaction over in Florida? I'm sure there's plenty of support for this.
I mean, a ton of support. Look, when you have an organization that has been proven to help these nationally and internationally declared terrorist organizations, I mean, we have to, when someone says who they are, believe it. So I think that this is so much safer. This is so good for security. I wish the entire nation and more states would follow in DeSantis' suit. I think this is great. As a now Floridian, I was born and raised in California, but as you know, we moved to Florida 2 years ago. I think that this is great for our security and safety. And like I said, I think more people, not only within this country, but also around the world, should join in on this and do similar organizations on how and what they're doing to help terrorists, known organizations around the world.
Absolutely. Brittney, we're almost at the end of the year now. We only have a few Power Hour shows to go, and we are so grateful to have you as a brilliant part of this show. Looking back at the year and the leaders and what's been going on in America, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Who's your winner and who's your loser for the year?
Okay. I mean, look, I have to say my winner is Donald Trump, President Trump. Yeah, he's definitely hands down the winner in my eyes, and the loser, that's a pretty boy Gavin Newsom. Oh yeah, he's the loser in my book for 2025.
And I wonder why Gavin Newsom could be a loser for the year. I mean, look how he handled the devastating LA fires at the start of the year. This is him lying about the reservoirs being full.
I'd like to extend that to the president-elect. I don't know what he's referring to when he talks about the Delta smelt in reservoirs. The reservoirs are completely full, the state reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us.
We do know, though, from reporting here locally that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
And that's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation to understand what was happening with that local reservoir that was not a state system reservoir, which the president-elect was referring to.
Now, he's just so slippery, isn't he? But I have to agree with you with Donald Trump. Yes, of course.
Can I just say, I lived right near that reservoir for years, and for at least 3 years, that reservoir was empty. I mean, it's shocking to me that a politician can just blatantly lie like this. And with today's social media and today people coming out, and anyone could be a reporter at this point, you're going to get proven otherwise. So, he's my loser for 2025, 1000%.
Yeah, and I think you made the right choice there. Whereas you look at all Donald Trump's achievements, all the conflicts around the world he's been able to bring to an end, closing the border, it is just incredible. What about your craziest media moment? Of course, we look at what the left-wing media, how they cover stories. A lot of the time they get it so wrong. What's your craziest media moment, would you say?
I mean, I have to say, and I know, oh gosh, you were so wonderful when you were reporting this, but I have to say one of the biggest media moments in 2025, unfortunately, was sadly Charlie Kirk's assassination on TV. We all saw it. And then, the disgusting aftermath of, regardless if you agreed with his ideologies or disagreed, I mean, the aftermath of what we saw, the far left and how they handled his assassination, and even how mainstream media handled it in many ways, just another divide when it should have brought us together, as far as everyone, no matter where you fall on the line politically. Let's just come together and agree free speech is free speech and not be censored. And here we are. I mean, it just completely divided us once again. And so that to me stands out as the most in 2025.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was so awful to see some of the reporting after his assassination, the way people still continue to try and demonize Charlie Kirk even months after he was assassinated. You had Jimmy Kimmel lying about the alleged shooter, saying that he was a MAGA person. Yet it's been revealed that Jimmy Kimmel is not going anywhere. So even though he lied about the shooter, was suspended for a week, then cried about getting suspended, didn't apologize to the family or anyone who loved and cared about Charlie Kirk. But he's not going anywhere. The host has just signed a one-year contract extension with ABC. So Jimmy Kimmel Live will continue through to May 2027. Can I get your thoughts on that, Brittney?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I will say, let's see how his monologues are going to be done a little differently. I do think that there's going to be some changes. I don't know if we'll see him get as political. Now, look, we're not really in a political season. We'll be in midterms, but I don't know. I think he's going to reel back a little bit. I really do, and not be as biased. And I don't know for sure, and we can't confirm this, but I think that was part of the deal of renegotiating this contract to keep him on until 2027. Okay. And you know what? Hopefully more of these commentators, more of these comedians, so to speak, will follow suit. But we'll see. Again, it goes back to continuously saying the certain narrative and the same narrative to folks. They're going to believe it. So now we have even comedians and actors stick to the script, stick to being funny. You don't need to just make jabs at Trump. If you're going to make jabs at Trump, make jabs at the other folks, because they're doing a much horrible job.
Yeah. Well, I hope they listen to you. Brittney Hopper, independent journalist. Thank you so much for your time.
Bye. Thank you.